Hello and welcome to Gulgotia University e-learning platform. I am Mehak Pandit, Assistant Professor with Department of Mass Communication, and I'm also the course coordinator for the subject Event Management. In the previous video lectures, we have learned about the concept of event management. Then we also understood the distinct attributes of the event management and the broad categorization of the event management. And in the last video lecture, we also learned about the process of event planning and management and also understood the concept of sponsorship. In today's video lecture, we'll be learning about the importance of events and event as marketing tool. Now that you already have the conceptual clarity, I just want to start with saying that events are important because they allow for a more intimate and engaging experience with your audience. Obviously, whosoever is visiting, in case the event is offline, and whoever is attending, in case the events are happening online. Of course, yeah, COVID has changed a lot of things, and eventually, since 2020, there have been a lot of virtual events also happening and are becoming quite popular. So of course it becomes engaging experience with your audience, which ultimately leaves a lasting impression and one that is more memorable than a passive viewing of more of a traditional form when it comes to advertising. So of course advertising is a different area, and event has become more engaging and more popular in the field of advertising and marketing. So yes, why events are important? The first thing is they have the ability of bringing together sharp defined participants. Now you would say, ma'am, why you are saying sharp defined participant is obviously because when you announce an event, then of course people have the option of accepting your proposal of being the participant or not. Like suppose if somebody is investing money and buying the ticket for visiting your event because they found it engaging, then obviously the chances of interest level among the participants become more. So you get more defined participants for your event. The second thing is that obviously because it is more engaging, then audience is more actively involved, and then obviously it's an advantage for the organization or the client altogether that they have the option to control the reach, and which could be obviously exercised, right? That they want the exposure to reach how many people. Next comes the involvement of senses. Now I'm going to tell you a very interesting story. Since I was in, I guess, class one or two, and we used to potentially try to, learn everything for the history civics answers. So my mother always used to give me one trick. The trick is that when you want to learn something and you want to remember it for a longer span of time, and you must not waste your time just by reading. If you eventually read and start writing, and then your more senses are involved, so chances of retaining what you're reading becomes more. So then another example is that suppose you are reading a novel, and I ask you to maybe just tell me the story after 1 or 2 months. You would remember the story but not in detail, while if you watch a movie, the chances of you remembering the movie becomes more because more of your senses are involved. So that's a similar way that people experience, audience experience, because their more senses are involved. So that is a very big advantage, or I would say the greatest advantage of organizing an event. So that's a plus plus for any brand or product or organization who with whatever objective they are planning to, right? Because people remember it for a longer span of time. Then of course the most important thing, there are a lot of forms of marketing and advertising in which feedback is important, but they don't get immediate feedback, right? Like if you see some advertisement, and the brand wants immediate feedback on how popular the ad is, or what impact that particular advertisement had on the sale of product. Of course there are other parameters to identify that, but if you want the feedback of people, then the only platform is either you will have to, do door to door feedback thing, or you'll have to start uploading the way YouTube does. They try to ask people before what they watch a video, they make it compulsory for them to fill a survey form. So that's the other way. But for an event, it is very very easy to get the immediate feedback, because of course, audience are right there, and as soon as you end the event, you can ask people to fill the feedback form, or you could, if you already have the participants list, you already can directly contact them and get the feedback as soon as you desire. So the immediacy in the feedback, unlike other media, is obviously there. Then there is another very important thing that marks the importance of event, is that there are too many ads on television and print that consume the customers, because like on a newspaper page, if there is an advertisement of L'Oreal, which is a brand and very similar to Lakme or Maybelline, or whatsoever, so though both the ads can be on same page or in the same piece of newspaper. Of course, it might not be in the same page if the newspaper is smart enough and they know how to satisfy their clients, but otherwise it usually happens if people don't focus while they decide the location, the placement of the advertisement. And it might happen with television also, like you just saw the Maybelline advertisement, and after few seconds you're watching some other brand or cosmetic brand advertisement, so audience get confused. But while an audience is visiting an event, is in the event, they would see only one particular brand that is engaging in them and attracting them and telling them about their product. So there are less chances that the customers get confused, because events are more exclusive. So exclusivity is one of the reason that why events are so important. Then the last and the most important thing that I would say is that live media have high recall value over other media platforms. So that is also an added advantage of organizing an event and being a participant. So that's about the importance of event. Now let's move to the next topic of our today's video lecture, which is event as a marketing tool. Of course, event is popularly used for the advertising and marketing purposes and communication purposes. So we can talk elaborately about event as a communication tool, then event as a marketing tool, and then event as a advertising tool itself. But in today's video lecture, we'll be covering event as a marketing tool. Now, marketing is very important because it helps attract the audience, without which any event will turn out to be a failure, of course, because the purpose of event is to attract the audience. And if you're not able to do that, then that particular event is a failure, right? And that's the purpose of marketing itself. Now, the event audience make decisions about the cost and effort to attend the event, of course, because it's not like that you have to, switch on the video and you're watching the event. Of course, virtual events have changed that definition also, but obviously the traditional events are still more popular because they are more engaging and audience is more alert and active, like I've discussed. So the event audience, they obviously they invest their money, whether it's about traveling or buying tickets, or if it's something which has nothing to do with tickets, then making an effort of attending an event in itself is an initiative, and the audience weights these against the benefits of attending, right? So this is another thing. Then the choice of message and the channel of communication with the event audience are also very important, and together both these factors form part of marketing strategies, right? So this is another thing. Then talking about event as a marketing tool, event products generally include a combination of goods and services. So they provide a challenge for those involved into marketing, right? Because yeah, because there's a little difference between what you call marketing and then what you call event marketing. So that's very essential for the learners to understand. So now talking about the three very essential features that will help you understand the concept of event as a marketing tool. We'll go one by one. Now learners, be very careful while you understand, because they are a little typical concept, but I'll try to make it easy for you. So the first feature of event as a marketing tool is the intangibility factor. Now what is intangibility in terms of event, right? So inability to assess the value gained from engaging in the activity using any tangible evidence, it is called intangibility. It is often used to describe services where there is no tangible product that a customer can purchase, that can be seen or touched. Like before we buy a perfume, we try to smell it, or if we are buying clothes, we try to touch the quality, to see the quality of clothes we are buying in. So that's how we usually do. So unlike a physical product, a service of course cannot be seen, tasted, felt, heard, smelled prior to making the purchasing decision. So this makes very hard to evaluate the quality of the product. It's like you can't just kick the tires in a service, for example. So if what is intangibility, I'll give you just a quick example. So it's like if you're going for a dental surgery, you have heard about the doctor for sure, but you never know how it's gonna end up with your surgery unless and until you sit on the chair. You don't know the final result. Then the other example is like if you book a lawyer for your particular case, you never know if it's gonna be successful or not. So it's like how do you identify that which lawyer you want to choose? It's how you try to understand the assurance of quality by what is available for you to see. So it's like you try to reduce the risk of making wrong decisions by looking for clues of the service quality. It's like you draw conclusions from whatever you can see, or whatever is associated with the service that is being offered. It's like you try to look for the place. Suppose if you are buying some product, you just see the location of a particular brand, because like we know that the quality, or the collection is more good in Southex, and then like that, then the people, the employees, and even the customers who are buying the product. Then if it's about deciding the gym you want to join in, then you see the maintenance of equipments. Then of course price, communication, signage, these are other things that you eventually look upon. It's up to the service provider to make the tangible what it is, in fact the intangible thing, right? So in other words, you need to offer evidence of quality so that it becomes easier for the customer to finally decide for the service they want to join. So this is one of the feature, that is intangibility. The next feature is inseparability. Now inseparability in by I would say within the product and the provider. Now what is inseparability? Basically it refers to the idea that the minds of consumers, it is very difficult to separate the service from the provider of the service, right? So basically inseparability is the characteristics of the service. It means that the production and consumption of services, they can't be related to each other. In fact, it means that the producer and consumer of the service have to be independent of each other. The producer can be both a human being or machine. So this is how you separate the product and the provider. The third feature is variability, which is like different response. Basically variability is refers to the expression, the notion that a service may vary in standard or quality from one provider to another, or maybe from one occasion to the other occasion. So it is also called as heterogeneity, right? So so variability is heterogeneity. Intangibility is like you, of course you can't physically touch the features, and you try to take decisions on the basis of what is available. And then inseparability is in terms of that there's a difference between the product and the provider. So these are the two very essential features of event as a marketing tool. So in today's video lecture, we have tried to understand the importance of events and also event as a marketing tool. Now you could see the references that of course can be used for your further readings. I hope this video lecture was helpful to you. In case of any query, of course, you can contact me on my mentioned email ID and contact number. Till then, take care and stay tuned.